This Auburn recruiting class surging into the top 5, sitting at number 5 overall as we enter game week for the college football season. Like I said, Auburn sitting at number 5. They have 23 commitments. 6 of them are in the top 100. Top-rated commitment, it's Jared Smith, the edge from Thompson High School in Alabama. Actually, he committed right here on the On3 Recruits channel, which is why you need to hit subscribe. Come on, guys. Jump on board. We're talking Auburn recruiting all season long. All right. Let's bring on Steve Wiltfong. Steve, as I said, number 5 rated class. We knew all along Auburn was going to make their run. They did it late August by flipping Nate Marshall, flipping Antonio Coleman, flipping Derek Smith. August has been red hot for out on the plain. So what do you think the strength of this class is as we head into the season?
A class that has odds to finish number 1 now, Josh.
So crazy.
People will realize that going through this video. The strength right now of this class is certainly the defensive line and the edge rusher. Starts with Jared Smith, who opened his season for Alabaster Thompson on a rampage, living in the backfield, 3 or 4 sacks in week 1. They flipped Nate Marshall last week from Michigan. Yeah. He goes 6'4", 265 pounds. He's a versatile player on the front. One of the most coveted defensive tackles in the country is Malik Autry from Opelika, 325 pounds. Jacaleb Falk is an explosive edge pass rusher type. Then you have Antonio Coleman, who they flipped back from Alabama. And you have Jordan Crawford, another 330-pound defensive tackle, on 300 recruit in this class. They are loaded up front at the point of attack, ready to compete with the best of the best in the SEC with this group.
Man, it's incredible. And one of the things that they're doing, they're having a ton of success in-state, in Alabama. And you would think with Kalen DeBoer taking over for Nick Saban and all the buzz and hype that's been around that program, you would think, and with Alabama having the number 2 recruiting class in America, that the Tide are the one that's recruiting in-state. No, it's Auburn with a stranglehold on in-state recruiting. Why are they having so much success in the state of Alabama?
Well, it's been a priority for them this cycle to recruit in-state, to lay those foundation down with the high school coaches, trainers, and alike to make sure that they have those relationships for years to come with top targets. And to flip Derek Smith from Alabama, that's one of their hallmark in-state recruiting wins in my mind. Derek Smith's a guy that could play on both sides of the ball for Auburn out of Selma South Side there. But just kind of the emphasis that they've had in state, getting those guys on campus a ton. They're already off and running in 2026 in state, leading for many of the state's best as well. So this is not a narrative that's going to change moving forward for Auburn.
Speaking of narratives, one of the narratives around Auburn recruiting is that they are aggressive. Hugh Freeze likes to get out there and flip some guys. And, we got to hurry up with this segment because there's one flip that could happen before I even publish this. That's Deuce Knight. We've essentially had him on Flip Watch for the entire month. But, Steve, he's not the only Auburn flip target out there, is he?
Well, ever since flipping Keldrick Falk in that 2022 cycle, ever since right when Hugh Freeze and company got on the plains, they've been swinging a heavy spatula since, and that's certainly been the case here in this cycle. We already talked about Derek Smith. They're looking for several, and Antonio Coleman, both from Alabama. They flipped Alvin Henderson from Penn State. They're looking for several more flips. You talked about Deuce Knight. He's visiting Auburn this weekend. I like where Auburn stands. I think he ultimately will end up in the Tigers class as their quarterback. Been committed to Notre Dame since October of 2023. But Auburn has all the momentum. Then you have 5-star cornerback Naeem Offord. He's currently committed to Ohio State. He was at Big Cat Weekend for Auburn. He will return for a game this fall. They'll keep swinging at the number 2 receiver in the On3 industry, Caleb Cunningham. Another receiver that they're high on is Sam Turner. He's currently committed to Georgia Tech. They could flip Shamar Arnu. He's a defensive back currently committed to USC. So there are several other flip candidates out there for Auburn, but it starts with that quarterback, Deuce Knight.
All right, Auburn fans, how we feeling heading into the season with the number 5 ranked class in America? Is it number 1 capable? Tiger fans, let us know. Comment section below. Who's your top target heading into the season? Well, you've made it to the end of today's video, but there's hundreds more videos on the On3 Recruits channel for you to check out. And also, while you're here, hit subscribe.